Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Jamie G here. I want to say a massive thanks for joining me in today's video. I'm super excited. We've got a very special guest on the line, which you might be able to see here. It's Diana Castillo. Now, before I go ahead and start the interview, if you are new to my channel, my name is Jamie G. I cover internet marketing, affiliate marketing, how to get started online, and all things digital. If that's of interest to yourself, I'd love to have you guys join me. Feel free to hit the subscribe button and smash that bell icon to stay up to date with everything I'm going to be putting out. All right, Diana, thank you so much for your time. Thank you very much for joining me, first of all. Welcome. And
We finally made it. We finally made it.
It feels like it's been a work in progress for some time. So, look, I appreciate your time today. Thank you very much for joining us. And, look, I hope that this is going to be a pretty awesome interview. So, I guess to kick things off, what's your background? Like, I've kind of seen you in terms of the whole affiliate world for a little while now, and I just see content after content after content. But just go back to, I guess, the beginning, if you wouldn't mind. Like, do you have a background in digital marketing or affiliate marketing? Like, how did this whole thing start for you?
Oh my God, I feel like a dinosaur now. Well, everything started like in 2007. Yeah, in 2007, a friend
Really?
of mine introduced me to blogging. So at that time, I was like, what the hell is a blog? Everybody's talking about that. And they introduced me to blogging. They explained me everything. They explained me about Google AdSense. You know, at that time, AdSense was the hit. And I was like,
Yep.
really? I can get paid if someone just click on an ad. I can write about anything that I want. So I was like, okay, this is for me. So I started blogging. At that time, I was building all my content in Spanish. Not anymore. Not anymore. I had like two really successful blogs in Spanish. I'm a graphic designer myself, so one of my blogs was about graphic design, web design, and online marketing. So while I was learning about strategies, tools, and everything, I just put the post. At the beginning, it was more like a reminder because I had a full-time job. I'm like, okay, I want to go to a place in which I can download my resources.
Yeah.
And then I started realizing that people enjoy it. I'm like, wow, I do have readers. And well, and at that time I learned about, newsletters. I wasn't good with newsletter, like capturing emails and lead magnet, but because I have so much traffic, I was like in the paradise. And that's basically my background. You know, People hire me because, it's different when you learn than when you apply. And because I have a website, people are like, okay, I feel confident because she knows if she mess it up, what's going to be the result because she
Yeah.
live it. So, it was like my own school, like learning about email marketing, learning about different kind of strategies, learning about how to build newsletters, how to create content, how to be a copywriter. I'm not the best copywriter. I'm actually create my content the same way I talk, and that's how I actually get started. But I make a huge mistakes. Well, actually, I did two huge mistakes. The very first one is the fact that I create my content in Spanish. It's sad, but we don't
Can
have
you?
that education. Sorry, what?
Oh, sorry to interrupt you. I was just going to say, can you expand on that? Why was it not good in Spanish? Because I thought that
Yeah,
would be kind of a
sure.
big audience.
Yeah, I have a huge audience. My traffic was over 100,000 uh, people, per month. But to be honest, the thing is that the culture, the fact that we do not handle credit cards, I know it's kind of crazy, but we are not used to put or to use credit cards.
Sure.
Sometimes we are kind of skeptical, and we don't have those high-end ticket products. So my audience was growing, but the saving account was not growing on the same pace. But I love it. So I consider that my first mistake. Although I keep building, content in Spanish, not as heavily as in English, because I understand that there is a lot of people who needs this kind of information, and I don't want to be selfish. So I'm keep having like a YouTube channel in Spanish, but if you actually seeing it, I do not update it like every single day, maybe 2 or 3 times per week. And Well, that's my very first mistake. The second mistake that I made is actually I met the wrong person in the wrong time and I sold my business. Oh my God. Yes.
Really?
So, yes. So actually, that was a huge mistake because now, there are more competitors out there. Now we have these super powerful tools that we call cell phones, and we can record videos and do notes and do a lot of crazy things, right? And I don't want to say like this industry is saturated because I think that there is always room for someone else. Everybody have their own style. You have your own style. I do have my style, and everybody there's have their own style. But there are these kids that they grow with the internet. They have the
Yeah.
internet in their blood. Where unfortunately I don't have those skills. There are people out there like they just do it for fun, and they're actually really good on that. So I think that those are the two mistakes that I actually did. And like a bonus mistake is that I did not actually start with affiliate marketing until last year, which is kind of funny
Okay.
because I had tons of traffic, right? I have tons of traffic and I was monetizing just with Google AdSense and sponsors on my blog, but I never tried affiliate marketing before ever. I heard about it and I was like maybe kind of shy, maybe I wasn't sure about myself. I was like, who is gonna buy from me? Like
Mm.
really? And then last year I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it a try. This might work maybe. And I put in things into perspective and stuff like, okay, I'm gonna try it in English because I already have this background experience on the Spanish market. So what if I try it in English? You know, I'm not gonna change my name. I'm gonna keep everything as real. Voila, the first sale come. I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe this is happening.
It's a great feeling, isn't it? When you
Oh
start
my
getting
God.
that sale, that
Yeah, the
number
very
one.
first sale, it's magical. Something, I don't know, something happens. The doors of the heavens just open. It's crazy.
It's yeah, I remember something similar when actually I think I was doing CPA to start with, and the network that I was with had a $50 minimum payout, and I think it was like an email submit. So I think my payment was like $1, but then I had to wait until I hit the $50. So I didn't actually get the money. I was just like, wow, this is real. Oh my God, people, this is true. Like all the stuff I've read online, people are actually making money out of this. Is amazing. Yeah, so yeah, I can relate to some degree. It's a pretty cool feeling being able to download it, to get it into your bank account, I should say. So, look, on that note, I mean, you've obviously been around this whole kind of industry for a while, and you mentioned, I guess, the mistakes you made along the way. Excuse me. Based on what you've learned, what would you tell yourself now when you got started? Like, what's some advice you'd pass on to someone just getting into this or just watching this video, for example?
Oh my God, I will tell them like, hey, just give it a try. It's not gonna be perfect. Yeah, it's gonna take time. There is a learning curve, but you are gonna enjoy the process. At least I'm enjoying my process.
Yeah,
Everybody's process is different, so you should not be comparing yourself with another person because uh, if I'm visiting your YouTube channel and you're showing your results, my results, and everybody's results are going to be different because of the knowledge, because of the budget, because of the hard work that you're going to put in. But I'm going to tell everybody, like, hey, jump in. Don't have like a little faith. Believe in yourself. That's something that I usually tell everybody. You need to believe in yourself. Okay? You need to
yeah,
believe the process. What if I can tell you, like, if you just put an hour of work per day, every single day, and maybe sacrifice your weekends for the next 3 months, it's going to change your life. Maybe you're not going to be a millionaire because I'm not a millionaire. I'm still trying. Okay, I'm still
of course.
trying.
Yeah,
But I can tell you that I'm doing this full time right now. I 3 months ago, well, I wasn't doing this full time. I actually got fired from my full time job in January. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go all into this. This is what I want to do. This is my time.
yeah,
You know, the life is telling me like, if you really want to do it, there is no excuses right now. So I believe in myself. I I was like a normal person. I started with no budget, but I said like, okay, I'm gonna commit with my process. I did a challenge, right? It took me 4 times to accomplish it, so
What
I'm
was the
not perfect.
challenge?
The 90-day challenge, my 90 days YouTube challenge. On my fourth attempt, I finally did it. So
Nice work.
I
I
can tell everybody like, hey, jump in. There is no better time to start like right now.
so true. I actually did the 90-day challenge as well, and it's funny the things you learn about yourself, and for me, I've got I borrowed a technique of Jerry Seinfeld, the comedian, which it's basically, he calls it the don't break the chain method, and it's basically where you have a wall calendar, and every day that you create a video, you just mark it off, or do whatever task you do, you mark it off, and then eventually it becomes about not breaking that chain as opposed to actually even doing the videos. I know for myself, it got to the point where sometimes I'd forget. I just, oh, something's missing in my day. Oh, damn, video. I finally made it. Yeah, but it's been yeah, been an amazing experience as a result to just have that content out there, and just the, I guess, the growth and confidence in yourself for actually doing it as well. Which is, yeah, my advice to anyone watching to start a YouTube channel. It's, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I told everybody like, hey, you need to have some kind of evergreen content. Okay, back in 2007, I was blogging. I tried before, but at that time I have a full-time job and everything. I was like, okay, this consumes a lot of time, so I need to use my time wise. So that's, I started, doing videos. My very first videos, they were terrible,
Yeah,
awful, terrible. I was watching one the other day and was like, oh my god, that's not the same person. I think that's someone else. But everything comes with practice. Maybe on the very first video you need to record it like 4 or 5 times. I have several experiences in which I tried to record my videos 3 times, but for some reason I forgot to hit the record button. I was sabotaging myself. That kind of things happens because you want to procrastinate it, because um, sometimes we judge ourselves like so hard, and other people, they really care. They connect with you because you are just you, me are just me. Whoever is watching this video, they do have their own personalities, and that's okay.
yeah. That's actually interesting. You touched on that topic because one of the things I notice is that the more that you put yourself out there, you are going to get both camps. You're going to get people that just resonate with you. They like you. They, for whatever reason, and then other people, they're just like, oh, who's this guy? Type thing. I guess in your mind, for me, I actually don't mind that anymore. I think when I first started getting a little bit of it, I'd kind of get a bit like, oh man, that sucks. I thought my content was okay. Oh, people don't like me. What is that? But now I kind of don't care. But I guess for anyone that's starting down this path, uh, like what's the thing for you that just made you went, nah, I'm just going to keep doing it. I'm just going to keep pushing through no matter what. What yeah, I guess made you motivated enough to keep going.
Well, I have really some reasons to doing this. Okay, well, you cannot see my wall, but I have my 2019 goals in front of me. I read them every single day before I start and every single day before I end. Uh, and it's not like money wise. Yeah, I understand like a lot of people decided like, yeah, I'm gonna jump in because having an online business school, we can make 5, 6 figures per year, per month, whatever. But at the end of the day, if you break it down, that's not your real motivation, because if you want to make more money, you can just get another job. Okay, you need to understand your real motivation. Why? Okay, why do you want to do this? In my case, was because I was missing my freedom, the freedom that I had before, the freedom that if I want to wake up at noon, it's gonna be okay. No one is gonna punish me, right? If I decided like, hey, you know what, I'm gonna take a really long weekend, it's gonna be okay. If I want to travel, I love to travel, by the way, a lot.
Yeah,
I can grab my laptop and everything is be fine. So you need to understand, why are you really doing this, right? Maybe you are so stressed in your current job right now, and you just want to, put that aside. So that's what I told you before. Like, if I can tell everybody, like, if you can put an hour extra per day, like a really an hour just focus, not scrolling on Facebook or Instagram, right? That's going to change your life. And it can really change your life forever if you really understand that you're doing this small sacrifice because there is something bigger, there is a treasure at the end of the rainbow,
Yeah.
right? So everybody's reason is different. Maybe you want to spend more time with your wife, maybe you want to spend more time with your kids. uh, in my case, the thing that detonates everything is the fact that I lost my two grandparents. um, and I was like, how come I'm not getting a day off? I just lost someone that I love, and you know what's going on here. So that
Yeah.
kind of things, start working in your mind. You start thinking about everything that you are going by, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't want this to happen again.
Yeah.
I don't want this to happen again. So that's my motivation. Like, hey, if I want to go and visit my grandmothers, they're gonna be okay. If I want to go and talk with my dad, because I travel a lot, right now I'm overseas, you know I want to have that opportunity. It's not that I need to ask for permission. It's not that it's gonna be either or. It's not that I'm not gonna be able to do it for whatever reason because someone else asked for a vacation. So that's why you need to understand, why are you really, you know, doing this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why? It's way more than just money. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and that's how I feel motivated. I read my goals every single day. It's a reminder, because that's the other thing, that you're gonna sabotage yourself. This is something that happens to me a lot. I don't know, for some reason sometimes I'm scared to success, and I know that for some people that's gonna be kind of ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
how come? So the very first thing that I read every single day, it's okay to be wealthy. That's the phrase that I wrote it down, right?
That's
Because
really powerful. Really powerful. I'm
yeah,
gonna
because
copy that.
you better do it. You better do it.
Yeah.
So because that's something that I realized, that for some reason, whenever we got with these really great ideas, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. No, maybe next week, maybe next month. And
I
procrastination
just need
is
to
our
check
enemy.
Instagram really quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it because after I watch this Netflix TV show,
Mm.
no, let's watch another episode,
You've
right? So,
touched on something really quite powerful there. There's a couple of things. The story you mentioned about your grandparents, that was actually makes me quite emotional, to be honest, because yeah, I mean, when you are working for someone else, you are like that. There was something that resonated for me. I guess to go way back, my mother actually set up an e-commerce site in New Zealand in 1997. This is before Google, before Amazon, before they even had a method for payments and stuff. And then eventually, when it kind of became automated in the early 2000s, I looked at her lifestyle, and she was working maybe 20 minutes a day if she was lucky, answering a few emails, chasing orders, et cetera, et cetera. But the rest of it was all automated. Everything was manufactured, everything was sent, everything was done. And I, on the other hand, at that time, was working in a gold mine, driving dump trucks, and I was working
wow.
12 hours a day. I was driving. I was up this. It was about 86 kilometers away from the mine, but it was up a windy road. It took me roughly about 50 odd minutes to get to work. So my days were kind of like 14 hours minimum. And I was just a zombie for that entire time. And I looked, by comparison, my mother's lifestyle, and I looked at that and thought, there's something wrong here. Like that gave me an example of, oh, actually, it doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to be getting stuck in meetings. And then eventually I moved to Australia and started getting into the corporate world. And, I was dealing with all sorts of stresses there, and limitations from, you can't get time off, or, you're stuck between Monday and Friday doing this thing. And whether even if you enjoy it, like some of the roles that I had absolutely loved at certain times, but then there was always that aspect where that's always going to be how much I earn. and that's how much time I'm ever going to get off per year, which is what kind of motivates me. So interesting that you touch on that. The other thing I was thinking of when you were talking just then is, I guess if you have that as your why, and I know it's sort of a somewhat of an esoteric topic, what's your why? But I think if you do have that, that is what gets you through those times where, I know in my case, I've had a few issues in terms of a couple of things I've tried to promote recently just haven't gone well, and I thought they were going to go great. They didn't go great. I ended up having to completely restart my email list all over again because it got wiped out, basically. Long story. So I've had these setbacks, and then every time I look at that, I go, okay, well, hang on, I'm only technically a couple of years into this pathway, but if I give it another couple of years, then imagine how much further I can be ahead, type things. So that's for me, that's my motivation as well. Interesting that you discuss that type of stuff. So appreciate your thoughts there. I guess in terms of, based on your experience so far, someone who's completely brand new to this entire thing, do you think that things like background has anything to do with whether they're going to be successful or not? Like, given that I've obviously been around this whole digital realm for years, do you think that has allowed you to propel yourself forward further than someone who's just completely brand new to all this online stuff?
Well, this is based on my experience because I'm a graphic designer. I know people who are great designers, but whenever we are talking about like a life, they do have an average life. I mean, they have a 9 to 5 job. Um, they have this sometimes a month for free whenever they can. Sometimes it's not whenever they want. So for me, it's not like depending on your background, but depending on yourself and depending on your mindset. Because if you're gonna do it no matter what, you're gonna be successful. It's just a matter of time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
just a matter of time. It can be tomorrow, it can be on a year. And you mentioned something really important, and I was talking about this to a friend the other day. You're gonna be impressed of how you changed in just a year. A lot of people you met a lot of people, your jargon, the type of things that you are actually looking on YouTube. If you're really serious about this, everything is gonna change. It's not just about money. You know, you're gonna be impressed because hey, you're gonna be getting leads automatically. You're gonna get or you're gonna have there like a lot of content. Maybe you're not gonna do this every single day, but if you're doing let's say one blog post per week or one video per week, by the end of the year you're gonna have 52 and you're gonna be way faster, right? The way you're structured, everything is gonna be way different. You're confident. Maybe you're gonna have the money wise, the results that you want, money wise. Maybe you're not doing one sale every black moon, every like once in a while. Maybe you're gonna do it way more consistently, and you're gonna be impressed. This this is the thing that I don't understand whenever people are just talking about online businesses. For some reason, they think that they're gonna get rich overnight, or they're just gonna push the magical button and their laptop is gonna be an ATM.
It's
Maybe we before, but now things have changed. And I told people like, hey, this is a business, and in your business you need to treat this as a business. If you have money, you're gonna need to put money. But if you don't have money, because I don't start with money, I have no budget, I decided that I'm gonna put the time. So
yeah,
it's not like about your background, it's more about your mindset. Because a lot of people, they just don't fail, they
yeah.
just quit, they just get tired, and if they don't get the results they want in 30 days, they're gonna quit sometimes in 24 hours. Because I have seen that. I was like, okay, you just started yesterday and now you're telling me that you're gonna quit because it's not for you, for whatever excuse you made on your mind.
Just on that note, I still get that. I've been involved in affiliate marketing since 2011, and I guess I've run my own Facebook ad agency, but I'm trying to push more into the affiliate side of things because I enjoy so many aspects of it. I enjoy the fact that it's boosted my confidence by doing things like videos. I go live every day on my page, things like that. I've started a podcast recently just because I like getting my thoughts out there. But I think for me, that growth is sort of the main key aspect. And again, you said something kind of interesting there. I find it really fascinating when people kind of go, oh, well, that doesn't work. I tried, it doesn't really work. But at the same time, the flip side of that is that the sales pages are written so well and the video content on those sales pages is written so well, that's what people start believing, like, wow, easy cash. And they kind of see the results, like the screenshots of, oh, look, I made 10 grand in a day, or I didn't even try. You kind of see that type of stuff. And I think it's a bit of a disconnect for people. They kind of just, they go, oh yeah, I did this one system and now I'm making, X amount per day. People are like, wow, great. But they kind of forget that there's sometimes years of build up heading up to that one, moment that might work. But what I was going to say is I also suffer from that now, even after months of producing content. I'm onto my second YouTube channel. The first one got axed. I lost all my, had 2,500 email subscribers, completely lost all of them recently. Like I'll still try to promote things and then I just get absolutely no sales. Sometimes the only views I get on my videos are just me and my mum, like it just, but for me, I'm actually okay with that process. I don't mind because it just, every time something like that happens, I'm like, cool, okay, what can I do, or what's the lesson I can take from this, or how can I improve the next time? And I think that's one of the things that I think the likes of yourself as well, because I see your content absolutely everywhere, and just the consistency of it. I think that's realistically the difference of someone who makes it in this game versus someone who doesn't and gives up. It's just that consistency and just pushing through those frustrating times when you don't make a sale and whatever funnel you just made, it doesn't work, or I don't know, the next promotion just doesn't go the way you hope. So, I completely get that altogether.
Yeah, I can tell you something. Maybe this is going to be a secret. Maybe someone thought about this before. Maybe I'm not sure. Like, if you're just getting started, Facebook is a really powerful tool. I mean, when I started back in 2007, Facebook wasn't that popular. So now you can jump into a Facebook group and you can, meet people who have the same mindset. They are trying, to achieve maybe the same goals or similar goals. You can have an accountability partner, right? I met mine that way.
Yeah,
So I have met a lot of great people, like
yeah,
with good ideas, right? Really good people that are trying to make it happen. And also, this is something that I realized not so long ago because I started last year. There were a lot of people who started with me. They were quote unquote successful because they were getting the results that I wanted, but they just quit. They're gone. They're not there anymore. And you're
I've
gonna be so
noticed that.
proud and you're gonna be so proud because you're still there, right? You're still there. Like right now, you have your YouTube channel. Well, your second YouTube channel. Hey, whenever you're getting subscribers, you're getting excited because you are getting subscribers. That happened with me the same back in 2007. It took me 1 year to make really good money with my blog. And it was just me, myself, and my laptop because Facebook wasn't that popular. You know, nowadays we all know that we can make money online. Back days it was like kind of some kind of a myth, like an urban legend. Like you hear it, but you are not sure,
Mm.
right? But things have changed so fast and they're going to keep changing so fast. And there is a lot of content out there that you don't have to be some kind of guru because most people don't start it because they think that they need to be those kind of gurus. Hey, just learn something, apply it, and share your results.
Exactly. It's actually one of the things that I've spoken about recently is that I think in when you're getting involved in all this and you look at like the screenshots of the people making money and the likes of the Dianas who have like hundreds of pieces of content out there, and all these other people that are doing really well, and you think, oh, but I've got nothing to kind of go off. I've got no content that I can offer. And the thing that I keep saying to people is exactly that. Just it's that whole learn, do, teach thing. It's like you learn something and then you're just documenting your case studies as you go. And I think one of the things that I keep telling people is that if you look at someone who's like a 7-figure affiliate, for example, and you don't earn anywhere not near that in your day job, it's really like it's a massive disconnect between the results that you want to get, like 7 figures, versus what you like your reality at the moment. Whereas I think if you are just starting out, I think someone who's just made a couple of sales, or is making $1,000 a month, or $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, whatever it is, it's a lot more relatable. And that's why I keep saying, if you are brand new to, I guess, the whole online world, then it is just about learning these little things, and just, even if it just feels like you're just regurgitating that same knowledge, but producing that as your own content in your own voice, then that's basically the starting point of it, type thing. So I think you get a lot more confident from doing that as well. That's my piece of advice for anyone watching.
Yeah, exactly. And at the end of the day, people buy from people they know, they like, and they trust. I told everybody, like, hey, nowadays everybody can be a celebrity.
Yeah,
Maybe you are never gonna be on a billboard, but you are gonna have a big YouTube channel. Maybe you are gonna have a huge Instagram account. Maybe you're gonna have, the biggest Facebook group ever, because people connect with you because of the way you explain everything. I can say the same thing in a different language, totally way different. Maybe you're gonna explain it in a different way with different examples. It's gonna be the same concept, but hey, maybe people love your accent, your New Zealand accent, and they're gonna connect with you, and there are tons of people out there. There are tons of people out there, and they are waiting for you. They're waiting for you. They're waiting, for your tone of voice, of the way you speak everything. Maybe right now I'm doing everything with PowerPoint, but maybe, you have a really good hand drawing, or you have a whiteboard, and people are going to connect with you that way. So you don't need to be a guru. You just need to give it a try, learn it, apply it, and teach it. That's it. Every single day we learn something new. And if you think like, hey, I don't have time, hey, on your way to your job, you have this really powerful tool, which I'm pretty sure it have internet on it. Hey, instead of watching your favorite Netflix TV show, you know, do a quick search on YouTube, read a blog, go to Amazon Kindle, read a book, and you can do just a review about it, and that's it.
yeah, exactly.
As simple as that.
I think the thing is with that is that if someone knew that, like, with 100% guaranteed that what they were going to do was going to end up in succeeding, then of course they would find that hour a day. Like, if they knew in 3-4 months time that was going to be life changing, then they would just, the time would just appear. They would just make it. It just, yeah, I think that's one of the things that people kind of just don't really think that they can actually do it. I think it's, probably just when you're on the outside looking in, you're like, oh, how are these people making this money? Maybe I won't try. They got way too much content. I can never get that much content. um, so look, obviously, like I mentioned, I've seen you around, I think for a long time, it feels, in different groups, and I guess just all over the internet, on YouTube as well. I know you got a growing channel, which is really awesome. But like, I guess, like now, I know that you've got something in the works. Do you want to sort of talk us through what your project is at the moment, or is that top secret?
Well, it's gonna be ready pretty soon, but we are gonna share the link.
There's going to be a link below, folks.
It's gonna be a link below. It's actually a challenge. It's a 4-step challenge. I know that people are gonna be like, if I finish 4 steps, I'm gonna be able to make money online. Yes, really simple steps, but you're gonna be impressed with the fact that most people don't pass from the very first step.
Yeah,
And that's gonna be the difference between success, I'm not gonna say fail, but I'm gonna say quitting. I'm gonna say quitting. And as I usually told people, are you gonna join us, Jamie and I, or are you gonna keep watching our YouTube channels? You have the you have the choice. So yes, it's a 4-step challenge and pretty simple steps in which I'm gonna teach you, the core, the perfect product, the secret to success. If you are, in the fence and you are not sure if this is gonna be for you, it's 4 steps, even including traffic. If you have no budget, don't worry, you're not the only one. I started that way, and here I am. So everything is gonna be included, and even there are going to be bonuses. I know it's going to be crazy, but yes, there are going to be bonuses. So the link is going to be in the description.
Awesome. I can't wait for that to come out. So I guess, and yeah, like I say, folks, just click below, check it out. It's going to be pretty damn cool. I sort of had a bit of a chat to Diana before we started recording, and I'm very much looking forward to this one coming out, I can assure you. So it's going to be a bit of a game changer. I guess if you could, I guess, offer some advice for anyone that's whether they're considering affiliate marketing or whether they are already down that path, what are, like, I guess, your key things that you would advise someone getting into all this?
Well, the very first thing is that you need to choose something that you are passionate about. Okay, it doesn't matter what kind of product, what kind of service. Make sure that you're going to choose a niche that you really enjoy. And as I mentioned before, it's way more than just money. Don't jump into an opportunity because someone else is making money, because if you are not in that flow, you are gonna fail because you are gonna quit, you're gonna get tired. So this is like, there are people who love to work out at home, and there are gym persons. And there are gym persons who just pay for the membership and they never go. So there is room for everybody. Just make sure that you're gonna choose something that you really feel passionate about, because you are gonna be doing some research, right? There is quote unquote some kind of technical skills that you need to learn. If you don't want to learn it, don't worry, go on Fiverr. I'm pretty sure that there is someone out there who can do it for you, and at a really affordable price, right? Just give it a try, jump into the opportunity, enjoy the process, understand that your process is going to be your process. It's not going to be my process. It's not going to be Jamie's process. It's going to be yours, okay? Visualize how do you want to be in the next 6 months, in the next 3 months, in the next year. Something that is helping me, it's, I wrote down my goals. I read them every single day, right? And let me share with you a little story. Because you remember that you know what, I sold my blogs. I actually got stole $100,000. My credit cards was maxed out, not because I used them. Someone else used my name to get a loan
Oh
and
no.
everything. So I had a job. Okay, I go back to a 9 to 5, but I put a paper in front of my computer, because when I get home, I decided, like, you know what, I really like this job, but there's something else for me. And I wrote a sentence that says, do you like how do you live? What did you do today to change it? And I read it every single day. And because it was in front of my computer, I was like, okay, I need to do something. It doesn't matter how big or how small it's going to be, I need to do something. And every single day I read it. And that phrase was so powerful to me, because it's remind me that there is something way better for me. There was something way better for me, waiting for me. And you can have the same opportunity right now. There may be something way better for you. But if you do not, if you don't believe in yourself, if you do not embrace the process, enjoy it. I understand that your process is going to be different. Hey, nothing is going to change, right? But if you understand that you need to believe in yourself, everything can happen, and it's going to be a really positive way. But understand, this is something really important. This is going to be like a roller coaster. Okay, this is going to be like a roller coaster, and that's okay. That's okay. That's actually my thought.
I love it. I love it. That saying is really powerful. Yeah, I like the kind of things you've got going there in terms of your goal board and everything like that. And yeah, it's I think such a powerful tool, but I think a lot of people overlook that. I guess setting goals and actually having goals like in front of you, so you're not just writing them down, chucking them in the cupboard for later. You actually have them so you can see them. You can't ignore them if they're right in front of your face, type thing. So very powerful stuff. Dana, look, I have a whole bunch of questions I'd love to keep asking you, but is there anything else you'd like to add to help the viewers out at this stage before we sign off?
Yeah, the very first thing is that you need to sign up into Jamie's channel. He's putting out content every single day. I'm pretty sure that you don't want to miss it. There are even tools that I didn't know they were exist until I watched his channel.
Thank you.
Okay,
And
you
vice
need to
versa.
yeah, the other thing is that you need to be an action taker. This is like if you're gonna go to the workout, whenever you are there, lifting weights, it's not that fun, but the end result is gonna be great. Visualize how do you see yourself in the future, short term, mid-term, long term, and take action. Take massive action. That's the name of the game. Massive action. One of the things that I learned from one of my favorite boss that I used to have, it's perfection is enemy of good enough.
I like that. I like that a lot. That's awesome. Love it. The other one that I kind of has resonated with me recently is I kind of just said it to someone. I don't think it's a quote I've heard before, and it was, "Your message is bigger than your insecurities." And
That's nice.
that for me, that's whenever I start feeling a bit nervous, like, oh, I don't feel like going on camera or going live today or doing these videos. That's what I keep thinking about. I think it can't be a fluke that I've learned all this stuff over the years. It can't, like, I feel almost like it's selfish if I was to retain all the knowledge that I've built up over years of my failures and stuff. So, yeah. But look, that's it for me. I like I say, I'd love to keep chatting all day. To be honest, this has been amazing, but I'm very conscious of time as well. And look, I just want to say an incredibly massive thanks for joining us today. You've given some really valuable insights. And for those of you that are watching at this point, subscribe to her channel. I'm going to leave a link below, and jump on this new thing she's got coming out. It's going to be pretty damn cool. So thanks so much,
Well,
Diana. Really appreciate your time.
thanks for the invitation, Jamie. It was really, really, really nice.
Thanks so much. Have a good one.
You too. Bye bye.